Wealth Strategies classroom presentation on an introduction to self-directed retirement accounts. Hi, I'm Eric Wikstrom, founder of Integrated Wealth Strategies. Thanks for joining me. The objective of this presentation is to give you a brief overview of the phenomenal world that is self-directed retirement investing. What is self-direction as it relates to retirement accounts? Well, true self-direction basically means you get to choose. You get to choose what investments are in your retirement account as opposed to what your bank, brokerage firm, or stockbroker wants you to invest in. Invest in what you're comfortable with. Almost any investment is allowed. There's a few restrictions. But traditional IRAs, Roth, SEP IRAs, and even solo 401ks can be truly self-directed. The great thing is you can partner with your taxable dollars. You can also partner with others, and we'll take a look at that. So what types of retirement accounts are really eligible for individuals to take advantage of this? Well, there's individual-based retirement plans and there's employer-based plans. On the employer side, there's employer-based IRAs like SEP IRAs, which is a simplified employee pension IRA. And there's a less common employer-based IRA called a simple IRA. There's also employer-based pension plans like defined contribution 401k plans and defined benefit. But what we're concerned about is the individual-based plans called IRAs, and that means traditional IRAs and Roth IRAs, and also solo 401ks. Now, the three most commonly asked questions I hear all the time are, if this strategy is so great, why haven't I heard about it before? How long has this strategy been available? And how do I know this is even legal? Well, the reason you haven't heard about it is that the banks, brokerage firms, insurance companies, and mutual funds have no incentive to tell you about your options. That's because they make money on your money. And if you took money away from them to go buy real estate, they wouldn't have your money anymore to make money on. How long has this strategy been available? Well, if you can remember the mid-70s, it's been available since then because ERISA, a tax law, was passed in 1974. IRAs were first eligible to be contributed to in 1975, and that's 34 long years ago. How do I know this is legal? Well, it says so in the Internal Revenue Code, which is our rule book for IRA investing. So what's the authority for this? Because I really want you to understand why this is legal and how I can stand up here in front of you and tell you this. Number one, the U.S. Constitution gave Congress the ability to tax its citizens. So Congress creates the tax laws, and the tax laws are then codified into the book of rules known as the Internal Revenue Code. So the Internal Revenue Code allows IRAs to invest in anything other than collectibles and life insurance. Now, this is the expression I see from a lot of people after I've sat down with them and told them all the great things they could have been doing with their retirement account. So what you need to ask yourself is, what are you familiar with? Do you know someone who's opening up a new business who needs an investor or who needs to borrow money? Do you know property in your neighborhood you could take advantage of? Is there commercial property you're familiar with that you'd like to invest in? Again, you can start up a business with someone with your retirement account. You can co-invest with friends or family members, and you can even invest in international property. Let's take a quick look at what a MultiMember IRA LLC is all about and why you may want to start talking to friends and family members about the great advantages of pooling IRA money. So let's assume you had a couple friends that had IRAs and we got them self-directed IRA accounts set up. So Carol had a self-directed IRA, Karen maybe didn't, and Kathy did. Well, all three of these young gals contribute to an LLC, and we'll call this the Three Girls LLC. And as you see from the totals, they have a combined $200,000. Well, what do they go do with that now? Well, frankly, they can go make any investment they want. So let's assume they found a business associate that needed money so they could lend somebody money on a promissory note and take back real estate as security. They could go buy real estate with the LLC, and they could even invest in an alternative asset called a tax lien. So today's takeaway for you needs to be, it's not what you make, it's what you keep. Now, tax deferral is very important, so it's important to be as tax efficient as possible with your retirement plan investments. So let's recap. You should invest in what you know and understand, as opposed to what somebody wants you to invest in. Don't be trapped in the platform you operate in. Utilize your connections and knowledge base for your investments. So if you know someone who's running a successful business, ask them if you can invest in it with your retirement account. Leveraging knowledge is important, but don't rely on others for all your retirement investing. And I think we've seen this pretty clearly with the recent Bernie Madoff scandal. Give some serious thought to what your investment process is. Do you have an investment process, or do you just put money away in retirement accounts like mutual funds and hope 20 years from now they're just bigger than they are today? Start educating yourself about the wonders of self-directed investing. You may feel like you're the only one out there doing it, but pretty soon you'll find there's a whole network of other folks that have taken advantage of this great opportunity. And at the end, remember, it's your money. Now, I'm a firm believer that everyone should go off and do some of their own education, and they should be knowledgeable before they put money anywhere. So here's my list of useful items and resources. Number one, the IRS has a great publication on IRAs, publication 590. It's free on their website, irs.gov. You may want to look into the Internal Revenue Code, but I doubt it, and I don't blame you. Pensco Trust is a custodian I recommend. Go to their website and look at their ebook. Pat Rice wrote a great book called IRA Wealth. It's the consumer Bible on IRA investing. You can find that at just about any bookstore. And continue to come back to Integrated Wealth Strategies for more consumer education on self-directed retirement investing. I hope you've enjoyed this introduction to self-directed investing. You can find us on the web at iwealthstrategies.com. Thanks for listening. I'm Eric Wikstrom, and until next time, here's to a better way of investing.